Hello, uh, my name is VK, and I'm basically a theatre person. I am an actor, a director, a writer, and I have been working in theatre for the last 30 years, more than 30 years in fact, and working with children and for children for the last 25 years. uh, Theater, doing theater or the arts with children has been a very, very rewarding experience. In fact, you continue to learn all through your life. And I think I wish we had the same a similar kind of arts program for children in schools when we were in school. Unfortunately, it was not there. And that is the reason perhaps I could, as a child, never really take interest in studies. I used to hate school actually. And I'm so glad that now the schools which are having certain arts programs are flourishing like anything. In fact, I'll give you an example of a school known as the Ramja School, where I've been doing theatre for the last 10 years on a regular basis. The principal tells me that their students have improved academically by nearly 15 to 25% in their academic performance. In fact, when I first went to do a play in their school, she said, okay, we'll give you the best actors and things like that. I said, no, no, give me the normal children. And in fact, you can give us children who you think are not good academically or who don't take interest in studies. And when we started working with them, in the very first year, all those children who were otherwise academically considered backward or not good, they improved tremendously. Obviously, because arts program in a school gives children the opportunity to learn, to concentrate, to focus. And I think if you have focus in one area of your life, and if it travels to other areas in your life, then you become a better human being. So focus is one thing. And another thing that the arts give children, when you give the children the freedom to use arts as a medium, they develop a kind of self-belief. Now self-belief after concentration is one of the most important things, that yes, I can do it. I can be good in anything. And you may not be good in studies, okay? You may be good in cracking good jokes. Why not? So give that arts give children that self-belief. Okay, I may not be good in this, but I'm very good in this. So there are more options available for children. And the academic pressures play havoc on the children. Arts take away that pressure. Because here you can do as many mistakes. I remember when I was in school, my English teacher, he used to say, write in an essay, in an examination, write as little as possible. I said, why? She says, because the less you write, the lesser mistakes you will do, the less marks will be deducted, and you will be able to pass. But when I came into theatre, or when I came into arts, here everybody said, do as many mistakes as you want to. Do it in any number of ways that you want to do. You may do it 9 times wrong out of 10, but 1 right matters to us. So I think that is the kind of self-belief it gives you. Okay, fine, I made 9 attempts and I did it. Similarly, another very, very important thing in arts education is that children learn to work together. Whether it is a musical symphony that they are trying to create, or whether it is an exhibition they are trying to put up, or whether it is a play they are trying to put up. So they have to all work together. And I think this feeling of togetherness, particularly, I mean, you see what is happening in big cities like Delhi and Bombay and Calcutta, the parents and the schools, they are getting antagonized for whatever reasons. They can be economic reasons, they can be social reasons, but they are getting antagonized. I think the need is, there was a time, I remember, long back ago, when people used to set up schools for the community, for the benefit of the community. Unfortunately, today, the schools have also become a kind of business. So, community involvement is missing. It is high time that the communities, suppose the parents themselves started establishing schools for the children of their area, what a great thing it will be. And let the government give them all the help to do it. Why does it have to be given to big industrialists who actually try to set up a school to divert their black money? So their concern is not education, their concern is only to convert their black money into white, which is not a very good thing for a society to flourish, particularly a country like India, where, imagine, I mean, you have thousands of schools which do not have a single room, which do not have a teacher or more than one or two teachers. And on the other hand, the other extreme is you have air-conditioned schools, and there all the facilities are available, and the fee structure in a country like India is from anywhere 1,000 rupees per year to 10 lakh rupees a year. Imagine, how can you differentiate in giving education to the citizens of your country and with such a vast difference? So I think if you want, then that is where I think the community needs to come together. If the communities got together and build schools for their children, the entire country will flourish and people will get education.